Guys, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to, guys. I have dice PTSD. Do you really think I should dive back into that world? I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't... Wait. Those are adorable. They're so cute. Fine. I'll do this. Y'all wanted this. I am once again complaining about a phone app. I am insane. That's been established. I could be doing other things. I could be talking about how much I love Majora's Mask. Oh, wait, I already did that. So, y'all wanted to see my take on dice streams, so I'll give you my take on dice streams. I wasn't expecting people to enjoy listening to me rant about Monopoly Go and not 1 but 2 videos, but I was dead wrong about that. Even still, after my awful Monopoly Go experiences, you'd think the last thing I would ever do is dive into another game that's dice related. But here I am. I'm doing this because I love you all. I respect your wishes, which means if you want to watch me torture myself with another brain rot dice game filled to the brim with annoying microtransactions, I will do it. Out of love. This better be worth it. I'm gonna jump! I said these creatures were cute, and then I turned the sound on. They sound like the Minions, but worse. What have I done? Good morning, afternoon, or evening, dear viewer. Intel here. It's been too calm on this channel recently. There hasn't been enough anger and salt and yelling about cash-grabbing mobile games. Today, we change that. Monopoly Go isn't the only super mega popular phone game on the App Store these days. In fact, that's only scratching the surface. Mobile gaming is almost just as popular as console gaming, with games that were originally console-only making their way onto iOS and Android devices like Fortnite, Resident Evil 4, and Minecraft, just to name a few. Besides that, there's a wide variety of mobile-only time-waster apps to play, such as Candy Crush, Royal Match, Hill Climb Racing, Clash Royale, Temple Run, Subway Surfers, the list goes on. And that's not even counting the shovelware games. You all know what I'm talking about with those. These are games you play for like 2 minutes and then never play again. My point is, you are never going to run out of things to do on your phone, and that's great when you're on long road trips or waiting in the doctor's office with 10 people ahead of you. Just boot up Royal Match and play some levels to kill some time, and you'll be in exam room 2 having your blood pressure taken in no time. Even though there are tons of game options to choose from on the App Store, you're unfortunately going to discover that a lot of these games, while being free to play, are absolutely chock full of ads and microtransactions. There are some games you can download that are so heavy on the random ads that you are almost forced to purchase some kind of remove ads package to be able to play the game properly, otherwise you'll be stuck watching an unskippable ad every 30 seconds or so to continue playing said game. My wife plays these types of games a lot, but she gets around it by turning on airplane mode, which is kinda clever actually. Before I start getting way off into the weeds, let's focus on what we'll be talking about today, which is dice streams. This game shares a lot of similarities with Monopoly Go, but it's also quite different in a lot of ways. Dice streams is another one of those games that falls into what people refer to as gacha games, or something adjacent to it. Gacha games are games like Monopoly Go, where you gamble your dice or other resources to achieve additional in-game rewards like skins, emojis, cards, stickers, and more, to keep receiving more dice and resources, and it keeps going on and on and on and on. While gacha games aren't considered gambling in the typical sense, since most of these games, at least from what I know, don't give you real money rewards in exchange for what you put into them. They do, however, share a lot of similarities with gambling and cause addictive behaviors due to the random reward systems they offer and in the microtransactions. This addictive behavior is a perfect explanation to why games like Monopoly Go make so much money and why there's tons of games out there just like it. And another one of those games is dice streams, which is what we're going to talk about today. Grab a snack, strap in, and listen closely as I explain why dice streams is evil and why I classify it to be Monopoly Go's deranged uncle. As I said earlier, Dice Streams shares a lot of similarities to Monopoly Go in terms of design, rewards, progression, events, and more. It's developed by Superplay, but they might as well be an extension of Scopely considering how this game is structured, but we'll get to that later. The biggest difference in this game compared to games like Monopoly Go is that there's actually no game board to move around on. All you do is roll 3 dice on whatever multiplier you choose and hope you get 3 of a kind. You can get several different types of things to land on, including free rolls, jackpots, coins, shields, attack, an event icon, or a question mark. You can roll all kinds of combinations with your 3 dice, so sometimes you'll get lucky with a good roll, and other times you'll roll and get absolutely nothing, and waste however many dice you have considering the multiplier. Have a lot of dice and roll on times 25 or times 50? You're likely going to roll bad and get close to absolutely nothing, or absolutely nothing.
Ah, you.
If you do get lucky with 3 of a kind, that's when you can rack up a lot of stuff. Don't count on this happening very often though. This game loves your money. Oh boy, I'm getting fired up. But I do need to save that for later. Calm down, Intel. Roll 3 of a kind with the free rolls and get 10 or so free rolls on whatever multiplier you're on. Roll 3 coins, get some coins. Roll 3 jackpots, get a boatload of coins. Roll 3 shields, get shields to protect your kingdom, obviously. Roll 3 question marks to draw what's definitely a knockoff of the Monopoly Go chance card and have a chance to attack someone else's kingdom, steal coins from someone, fight someone in an epic rock, paper, scissors duel to the death, or raid, which is just a different form of stealing coins. You can also roll 3 of a kind with the attack icon and you'll automatically attack someone's kingdom. You better hope they don't have a shield because your red friend is going to get smacked upside the head if you attack someone that has a shield. You can also steal from people, as I said, but the amount you end up getting is complete luck. You roll a giant dice block and hope it lands on coins, and if you fill the coin bar up, you steal all the coins times 2. Land on the bomb, however, and you lose, and you only get whatever you filled the bar up to. Be prepared for it to land on the bomb almost every time. It's so rigged.
Are you actually?
And finally, you can roll 3 of a kind on the event icon. Whatever event is going on at the time, it can be a UFO or a tree or whatever else, which gives you points that lead to you getting extra rolls, stickers, coins, and more. Oh yeah, this game has stickers too.
Why?
The stickers work exactly like they do in Monopoly Go, except you get additional crowns from them. Not from the duplicates though. Finish your album and get a ton of dice. You likely won't without spending money though, since this game also has gold stickers. Oh, and super stickers!
Woo! Yeah, baby!
So I'm a little over halfway through collecting all the stickers in this album, and I'm already getting mostly duplicates. Let's go! I love dealing with the same problems as Monopoly Go! There's also teams in this game, something Monopoly Go doesn't have, but even if you trade stickers in your team and complete sets, you run into problems. We'll get to that later. And I can't even get into a team. Every time I try to join one, it just says pending for a while and then goes away. That's fantastic. I love not having teams. Oh yeah, the crowns. They're the equivalent to Monopoly Go's net worth system. You get crowns from upgrading your kingdom's landmarks and collecting stickers, which go towards upgrading your cards. These can be coin upgrades, more rewards from pulling off heists and attacks, and more. I guess this makes them somewhat more valuable than Monopoly Go stickers, but not by much. And yes, I'm going to be comparing this to Monopoly Go a lot, so get used to it. They are pretty similar after all. Also, the upgrades really do not do much. They're just there to look cool so you can show off all your shiny cards and use them as a way to tell people you're hopelessly addicted to this game. The main gameplay of this app is rolling the dice, collecting coins and stickers to upgrade all your kingdom's landmarks, and move on to the next kingdom and do it all over again. As you progress, you'll continue unlocking more cards and more rewards, and you'll keep getting new events to play, like a trail game where you collect tokens to spin a wheel to try and make it to the grand prize, which is usually dice, coins, and stickers. There was also a Candyland crossover a couple months ago that I did grab footage of. It was fine, just fine. I didn't get anywhere with it. It was lame. I think I want to start touching on where the cracks begin forming with this game. And let me tell you, they start forming very quickly. Much quicker than Monopoly Go even. I didn't start noticing a lot of Monopoly Go's issues until I had been playing for about a year or so. With dice streams, I started noticing problems after playing for about 10 minutes. Something I harped on Monopoly Go for a lot was the constant microtransactions the game throws at you. Like, you are constantly pestered with pop-up windows trying to sell you dice and sticker packages whenever you open the game or leave a side minigame. It's incredibly obnoxious. Is Dice Dreams any better about this?
No.
Believe it or not, Dice Dreams is actually even more annoying with the microtransactions, to the point where it tried to get me to break an in-game piggy bank for extra dice for $3.99 within the first 10 minutes of me playing. Bro, I just started. Chill! Oh boy, I'm already getting mad. Until it's too early, you've barely even explained the game. On top of that, the game gets straight to the point with how much it wants your money. Monopoly Go at least kept it hidden for a while. Dice Dreams, on the other hand, has no shame. You thought Monopoly Go was bad with the pop-ups? At the very least, it usually only throws one pop-up at you when you run out of dice saying, "Keep rolling," with a purchase button for more dice. With Dice Dreams, try 3 to 4 windows popping up every time you even get remotely close to running out of dice, on top of these windows just randomly showing up as well without any prompting. It is immediate and constant. You can't escape it. One difference with this game, though, is that you can watch ads to get more dice. Sure, I'll watch a 45-second ad for 10 extra dice and coins. I'll waste even more of my time. It isn't worth it. And here's the thing, dear viewer. Would you like to know what makes all of the microtransactions so egregious in this game? This game has a difficulty scale that increases the more dice you have. So say you try and use the stack method and save up a bunch of dice so you can roll high and get a bunch of stuff so you can win events. Oops, the game only gets harder the more dice you have. Spend all your dice to win a tournament? I can't win them anyway because everyone else gets way more points than me every time, but what if you win one and get a lot of dice? You'd think that would make things easier for you. Nope, the opposite actually. Want proof? I actually had a random chat with a viewer on one of my community tab posts a couple months ago, and Dice Dreams was part of the conversation. Here's what an honest man had to say about it. Dice Dreams is just evil. I had a hacked version of the game. To even succeed with unlimited rolls was just bonkers. No free player could survive that game. I even deleted it because the grind was too brutal.
It's It is a table of
Are you actually for real right now?
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd find something worse than Monopoly Go in this regard. Oh my god! You know how I feel about that game. It has no shame in hiding its shady business tactics of trying to suck money out of your wallet however it can, that being the game has predetermined rolls. But it is possible to stack dice in that game. I've done it before, even if it doesn't get you very far in the game due to how obscenely difficult it is to nab some of the rewards, but it at least does not get more difficult the more dice you obtain. It's just rigged to make it where you land on what you don't want to land on most of the time, so you waste a lot of dice on high multipliers, but you can still own events if you have tons of dice in the game. That's not the case here. An honest man with a hacked account that gave him unlimited dice still quit the game due to how hard it became. If someone with unlimited dice is quitting, you know this game is actually terrible. Say you run out of dice and watch a bunch of ads to slowly build up your dice, or finally give in to the game begging you to buy a dice pack. As I said earlier, you can spam ads to get a small amount of dice, and the game has a shop similar to Monopoly Go where you can buy a bunch of dice, and lo and behold, there's a $100 dice package in this shop too.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Say you drop a Benjamin on this game and buy this dice package so you can finally win that event you've been wanting to take down. Oops! Now the game is harder because you bought a bunch of dice and your dice count increased. That means you'll run out of dice quicker, and then the game will try to sell you even more dice. Now you're going down an endless spiral of buying dice, running out because the game just gets harder, and then eventually you're broke and have no money and wonder what the point of all that was. Meanwhile, Superplay is laughing all the way to the bank with a fat sack of your cash. Evil. Well, there goes my grocery budget, but I at least got to play Dice Dreams for an extra 10 minutes and got literally nowhere in it because the game got harder after continuing to buy dice. Want another example of this mechanic in action? Let's hear Abby Zinger's experience. I would love for your take on Dice Dreams. It's basically Monopoly Go, but so much worse. It's one of the only app games to get me to impulsively spend money. And the wild thing about it is the difficulty of the events scales with your dice proportionality. So unlike Monopoly Go, where you could amass and save dice over time and then own events, Dice Dreams literally changes the game to make it harder and harder the more you spend money. It's absolutely wild, and it made me so furious when I realized what was happening that I uninstalled it. Abby was actually the first inspiration for me to make this video. Her comment, and many more comments about this game that followed, really piqued my curiosity to go play this game to see if it's actually that bad. And yeah, when I tried it out, even for an hour or two...
That is one big pile of shit.
Come on, seriously, this game has to have a ton of bad reviews, right? Right? This game has a 4.9 out of 5 stars with 500,000 ratings? How? So many people apparently do not know what this game is doing to them. According to my research, Dice Dreams raked in almost $200 million in 2024, and as of May of this year, they've made around $15 million. Not nearly as much as Monopoly Go, but still an insane amount of cash. And according to even more of my research, the game raked in that kind of money because people were being introduced to it through Monopoly Go. You cannot make this up. Yeah, that seals it for me. The fact this game started making more money because of Monopoly Go players is just... oh my god, this whole gacha game problem is even worse than I thought. This is bad. Out of curiosity, I was reading through some of these reviews, and I'm really questioning if these are real people. I wouldn't be surprised if Superplay was deleting a lot of the bad reviews. Or maybe there are just that many people who don't see a problem with the design and have the money to throw away like that. It's baffling. However, there are quite a few one-star reviews that mostly talk about how the game glitches out and crashes, the game doesn't pay out rewards when winning events and tournaments, and some do point out issues that I point out in this theory video, that being the constant money begging. If you're a parent, do not give this game to your children. You will 1000% see a bunch of in-app purchases show up on your credit card. This store has the same issue as Monopoly Go. I am not spending $100 on these Dyson coin packages. Are they insane? Yes, they are. If I were to spend $100 on 3,600 rolls, not only would the game get harder, but I would run out of rolls fairly quickly if I set it to a high multiplier to get high rewards. And don't get me started on the coins. If I spent $100 on the coin package and got 55 million coins, that might finish what? 2 or 3 kingdoms at most? Maybe 4 or 5? Then what? I'm out of coins and I advanced maybe a few levels. That $100 is now gone. I could have gone into my savings, or toward my water bill, or my internet, or a video game, or a nice dinner out with my wife, including dessert. Anything. The fact people spend this much money on games like this is beyond me. Anyway, even after everything I just listed, is it even worth it? After only playing for just over a month, I can confidently say, "Fuck no." Oh, but I could unlock pets. What? Pets? Well, that makes it all better. So, I unlocked the pets. You have to collect cookies through events to upgrade the pet so you can maybe keep it. And they already tried throwing a microtransaction at me selling me cookies. What are you, Superplay? Girl Scouts? Go away! So I was able to make a bit of progress by collecting cookies. You can also get them by watching ads, and I ended up spending like half an hour watching a bunch of ads to build up my arsenal, and I actually got enough cookies to upgrade the pet. Was it worth it? The game actually gives you a really large amount of dice for leveling these guys up. I gave my pet a very loving name to reflect what I think of this game, so enjoy. Anyway, I completed a level and got like 750 dice from it, which got me to see just how much I could get on a super high multiplier. Surprise, surprise, I didn't make it very far. After using all those dice, I had built up around 60 million coins, more or less. I proceeded to use them, and just like I suspected, it only finished the kingdom I was on, 2 additional kingdoms, and part of the next kingdom after that. Just a reminder, you can spend $100 in the store to buy 55 million coins. And, yep, that's how far it gets you. 2.5 kingdoms. Are you kidding me? Anyway, I got to the next level of the pet stupidity and got another boatload of dice. Let's set it to the highest multiplier and see where it gets me. I somehow got less coins on times 100 than I did with times 50. What is happening? Also, note in this footage how I got a bunch of those egg tokens, right? Seth, zoom in on that screen. Notice how I have so many? Well, I can't use them, because the game wants me to spend 99 cents to keep moving up the tree. Absolutely ridiculous. These stupid egg things are rewards in the events and tournaments and whatever else, but you have to spend money to use them? Are you joshing me? My point has been proven. I got less on a higher multiplier, making all the dice I got from upgrading my pet a complete waste of my time. And the game expects me to spend money to buy more? What an absolute joke. Monopoly Go is a repetitive time waster app, yes, but you at least roll around the board and wonder if you're ever going to land on any worthwhile board tiles to earn more rewards. With Dice Dreams, there isn't any of that. All you do is roll your 3 dice and hope it lands on 3 of a kind. It's a glorified slot machine. Even if you get 3 of a kind of whatever, it won't be enough to keep you going. Case in point, where I went through over 1,000 dice and basically got through about 4 total kingdoms before being back at square one. You're going to run out of dice very quickly, like I did, and if you buy more, after the game pesters you with like 4,442 windows to buy more dice, the game will get harder. Yeah, cancel all your plans with friends and that Tinder date on Saturday night. You've got money to waste. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it would be better to spend your money in Monopoly Go. There, I said it. If you're going to waste money in a phone app, if you must, don't do it in this game. It's somehow even more of a waste. It's actually crazy how I spent not 1, but 2 videos ranting about Monopoly Go, and yet somehow y'all had me find something that I might despise even more. Scopely is a scummy company that only wants your money, but they at the very least don't make the game harder the more money you spend. Both Monopoly Go and Dice Dreams are scams. There's no denying that. But man, what's worse? Predetermined rolls that make the money you spend worthless? Or random rolls that most of the time don't even give you anything while the game gets harder and harder the more rolls you have? Decisions. Now, no, I'm not advising you spend money on either of these games. I'm not advising that you even play them. But if you must, or if you're curious about them after watching this video and my 2 Monopoly Go videos and want to play them for yourself, please do not spend money. Do not give these greedy scammers your money. While mobile gaming has been on the rise recently, so have microtransactions. And sadly, many people will dump hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into these games with no thought of how they will never see that money again, and they'll eventually be back to square one where they were before they spent the money. And then they'll spend more money and more, and you get the idea. I honestly don't know what more I can say about this game. I basically described everything the game offers, what little there is anyway. I can already hear people typing in the comments saying things like, just don't play it, bro. Why do you waste so much time complaining about these games when all you have to do is just not play them? Because these games as a whole are the problem. The gotcha type games. They promote addictive behaviors and encourage you to waste your money on rewards and extras that in the long run don't benefit you in any way, shape, or form. When I was ranting about how Monopoly Go does this, I didn't realize how much of a massive problem these games really were, and the amount of money they rake in is absolutely insane. I see potential lawsuits in the future because games promoting addictive behaviors and gambling is wrong. It's so wrong, and that's why I want to make these videos. I want to highlight these issues and want people to take these videos as a warning to stay away from these games, and if you do play them, you cannot give these developers a single dime of your money under any circumstances. People who continue mindlessly spending money on this stuff and even defend these games and defend spending money on them are contributing to the problem. If you're spending money, that's your decision, and I'm not telling you that you can't, but just know that you're making this growing problem worse and worse. No wonder there's so many games like this out there. They are money printing machines.
Hello, I like money.
I think that's where I'm going to end this video. What more can I say? Dice Dreams is yet another cash-grabbing manipulative scam that has the same issues as Monopoly Go, but it's amplified by even more repetitive gameplay on top of the game purposely becoming harder the more money you spend. It's greedy, it's scummy, and it's destroying lives. This has got to stop, guys. I beg you to not spend your money on this nonsense, and to spend money on things like food, bills, even other video games like Zelda, or Mario, or Resident Evil, or Hollow Knight Silksong. At least you get value out of that. This is where I leave y'all. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. What do you think about Dice Dreams? Is it worse than Monopoly Go? Does it do things better? Do you prefer Monopoly Go over it? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know some other games like this that I can cover in the future. I gotta say, I enjoy tearing these scams disguised as fun, colorful games apart. I did a recent poll on my community tab, and as of writing this, Candy Crush is in the lead for the next mobile game video y'all want to see. That'll be very interesting. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to show that like button who's boss, share this video around with everyone you know to help this channel grow, and subscribe today to become an intellectual and join the conversations. I'm very happy to have you at the table. Next up on the review schedule is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, an actual good game that I will praise a lot, so we'll have another break from my angry ranting. I hope you're all looking forward to that. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Peace! I love you all!